Hey there, Prayer Plant Girl here. This morning I want to plant out these Kniphofia that I potted up early on this spring. It's been, I think, 6 weeks. I'll check back, I'll see if I can find it and put it on the screen for you. Since I potted these up from bare root that I purchased. And I have 3. So there's 2, 3. You can see 2 of them have put on some extra growth on the sides. So I'm excited to see how well they'll do when they're actually in the ground. So Kniphofia is a beautiful, obviously strappy, kind of grassy leaved plant. Grows up in a kind of a clump, and it gets these big tall flower spikes with just hot, bright colors on them. Hummingbirds absolutely love them. They're just a gorgeous plant. Now they're only hardy. The most hardy, I believe, starts at zone 5. I've had some that said they're zone 4 before, but they don't survive my yard when I'm like around a 3B to zone 4. So I'm not sure they're really zone 4 hardy, but they are beautiful and they're worth the small price. You can buy a bag of them and pot them up early in spring to get them going. So I haven't grown them in a few years, and I thought it's time to have them back in my garden. I have a spot here in my yard where I had a gooseneck loosestrife and it just did not come back this year. So I have this big empty spot, and I thought that would be a great spot to put these. It's nice. It'll get some fairly full sun. Doesn't look like it today because it's very overcast right now, but it should get pretty much full sun, which these will love. They love heat, they love sun, so they'll love it here. They'll have some room to spread out in amongst all the annuals that I've planted around, and they'll look really pretty, be a nice kind of focal point that's a little bit taller in this space. So we're gonna get them in the ground today. Kniphofia can get fairly wide. It's also a very tall plant. So this was a mixed package, so I don't know the exact sizes of what these plants will be, or even the colors. I know they'll be in like some sort of hot color range, ranging from like yellow to red, but I don't know the rest. So most Kniphofia kind of average around 2 to 3 feet tall and 18 inches to 2 feet wide. So I'm going to kind of work with that as my guideline as I'm planting these. I will put them in the ground. They don't need a lot of extra fertilizer. This is good, healthy soil, so they don't really need any extra fertilizer. And they also just need water to get established, and then they're actually fairly drought tolerant. So having them up a little bit higher, they'll actually like that because they don't want to be sitting in any moisture. So there's drip tube run through here, so they will get some regular watering, but it won't sit and pool around their roots. So I'm gonna just kind of work them in. Now I do have my annuals already planted here, so I'm just trying to kind of spread them out a bit so they work with the annuals, but also have kind of a nice little clump here. Some of this is just volunteer strawberries, so I'm not too worried about getting in their way, but I do have some stalks back there and a few zinnias and some asters here, and then I have some iris right here and some, oh, I can't think of the name of it. This is a perennial here. It's tall, spiky blooms, so they're kind of matching a little bit in their style, but I think they have, the bloom head is actually a little bit different even though they're both spikes, so it'll be okay. And these are shorter. I'll think of the name of that. But anyway, so, and we just want to plant them so the crown is at soil level. So where the root meets the foliage, that's the crown, and that's how I have them planted in the pots here. So I'll just basically plant them at the level that I have them in the pots. So we'll start with this one here. Like I said, these strawberries just are kind of volunteer plants here that I just let do their thing. This looks like just an old root. I don't know what this is from, but last year's plant, I'm sure, so just get rid of it. I'm gonna dig the hole just around the size of the pot. It says to go wider than the pot, but this soil here is actually quite loose. There's roots from this loosestrife, but it's not actually doing anything anymore. So here's the plant. see what the roots look like in here. Oh, they must be pretty good. There. That's pretty nice. So these form a tap root, so let them go in there. You don't want to raise the soil up. You can actually kind of lift the root ball and kind of push some soil underneath it just to make sure it's not sitting in a low spot. And then I'll put the mulch back around it. That'll be nice. Let's get that one done. And I have the stub of last year's plants here. I'll just get the mulch out of the way. And there was some tulips in here, so I may run into tulip bulbs. I just cut back some foliage. Oh, there's a tag. What was growing here last year? Bee's friend. I should keep it so it's not too low. Let's see what these roots look like. Pretty full again. Looking good. Take the tag out. And we'll backfill around it. So you notice I didn't put any fertilizer in. Like I said, they don't need super fertile soil. And this soil that's here has pretty nice fertility in it, so that'll be good. So now over to here where this loosestrife was. I had high hopes for this. This isn't the invasive kind. It's supposed to be good. I think it just stayed a little bit too dry up here on the hill for it, which is something I wanted it to be a little drier to keep it in check so it didn't run rampant. But yeah, like I can just rip apart where this root ball was, so just ripping it out by hand, basically. Look. Oh, look at the roots on that one. It's looking nice. So we'll get that in there. Again, pop some mulch back around it. Now this one didn't have a lot of mulch because I had tried to leave it mulch free for that loosestrife, but it's not coming back. Okay, I'm really excited now to see how these turn out, how they grow over the summer. I'll keep you updated. I think they're going to be a really nice addition to this space here. And I haven't decided. I've tried to overwinter these in pots before in a warmer area. It did not work, but they came dry root. I'm like, bare root. I'm thinking about maybe trying to pop them up in the fall, but we'll see what I decide. If I do, I'll bring you along for it. Let me know if you've ever tried to dig these up, if you live in a cold climate like myself, and if you've ever had success with it. But I think even just for the season, they usually grow fairly quickly. So I think it'll be fun to see these grow, hopefully bring in some more hummingbirds and other pollinators into the yard, and just be that big, bright pop of color here. So thanks for coming along with me today while I planted up some more plants in my yard, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.